Yo, what's up internet? My name is Anthony, and with the Raiders on a bye, I thought I'd take a look at the playoff picture, starting with the AFC. I'm going to put the teams into various tiers and look at their chances of making the playoffs. Let's go. The Patriots are going to be the number one team in my opinion. They've proven time and time again to be able to adjust to any situation, and Tom Brady just keeps on rolling at age 40. Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in NFL history. The defense worries me, particularly with Dante Hightower gone, but I have plenty of faith in Bill Belichick figuring it out. Tom Brady's age is concerning, but everyone knows to never doubt Tom Brady. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the number 2 seed. They have plenty of talent, and Mike Tomlin is an excellent head coach. The one thing about the Steelers is they tend to play down to the level of their opponents. They always seem to lose a game they're not supposed to, like against the Bears this season. My guess is they lose and give up home field advantage, but they still get a bye and the number 2 seed. The Chiefs seem to have fallen back down to earth after a 5-0 start. The reasoning is pretty simple to me. They got away from running it with Kareem Hunt. That is the key to their offense, not Alex Smith. That is the biggest problem with the Chiefs. Andy Reid has historically struggled finding balance with the run and the pass and with time management. Still, this team is very talented and very well coached. They're still a great team and definitely are a Super Bowl contender. And that does it for the playoff locks. Now we have the contenders, and we start with the Tennessee Titans. It's a shame that Deshaun Watson got hurt because they could certainly be in this spot. I think the Titans win the South and get the number 4 spot. The reason I have them winning it over the Jaguars, simply put, they have the better quarterback. Mariota is better than Blake Bortles. You can only hide your quarterback for so long, and it will be a problem once the playoffs start. At number 5, we have the Jaguars. The Jaguars' defense is for real. They can dominate the game on their own. Leonard Fournette is the real deal, and the Jaguars are perfectly okay with running the ball every play and punting if things don't work out. The defense and running game are top-notch, but Blake Bortles worries me. The nice part is they're in the AFC South, and that's a pretty soft division. Currently holding the final playoff spot are the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are a scary team at home. The problem is when they play outside of Buffalo and their talent level. They're not really talented, but are extremely well coached and play very hard. Tyrod Taylor is just okay at quarterback. He's not the solution, but can certainly take the team to the playoffs. I think they'll be knocked out though. They still have 2 games against the Patriots, and my guess is they miss the playoffs. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens. The offense is very, very sad. The great part is they have a defense to shut down any offense and keep the team in games. The only reason I have them as a dark chance making the playoffs is they have Jim Harbaugh and Joe Flacco. They are proven to produce in the playoffs. Ultimately, I don't think they get there, but if they get in, watch out. At number 8, we have my Oakland Raiders. This team has the most talent out of the teams currently fighting for a wild card. The defense is a huge concern outside of Khalil Mack. They even gave Jay Cutler a career night. Their saving grace, of course, is Derek Carr. He is by far the best quarterback of this group. In terms of potential, they have the highest ceiling, but must play with consistency. And lastly, for the playoff contenders, we have the Miami Dolphins. The defense will take them very far. The front 7 is dominant and produces. The problem is, of course, the offense and Jay Cutler. Gase is a great offensive mind, but I just can't trust Jay Cutler. They certainly have the talent to make it to the playoffs, but Tom Brady in the division really puts a cap on how far this team can go. Now, we move on to the dark horses. These teams can make the playoffs, but it would really be a surprise. It might surprise some people, but I have the Chargers in this group. This team is extremely talented. They have Phillip Rivers, and he can carry any offense. On defense, they have the best pass rushing duo in Bosa and Ingram. The talent isn't the problem, but something just makes me not trust them to match their talent level. Also in the dark horse group, we have the Denver Broncos. The Broncos have the defense to shut down any offense. Say what you want about the team quitting, but I just can't count out that defense. They can hold anybody to 0 points, but the offense has been dreadful. If they can just get average offensive play, they can go very far. They hope Paxton Lynch can be the answer, but it would be a surprise if this team can get it going. Now, we move on to the group that very likely won't make it. We start with the Bengals. This team has been playing terrible on both sides. No question. The one saving grace might be Andy Dalton has taken his team to the playoffs. They're not really good, but they've done it before. I wouldn't count them out, but it's highly unlikely they make it. Next, we have the poor Texans. They were rolling and the injuries continue to derail them. They lose their quarterback and 2 of their best players on defense. Billy O'Brien might be the best saving grace since he has taken his team to the playoffs before. It would be a shock if they made it through, and it would be Bill O'Brien's best coaching job if he manages to get in. I hate to keep knocking him, but we have the Jets next. The Jets play hard. They are surprisingly 4-5. They are well coached, but at some point the talent will be a problem. They have Josh McCown at quarterback, and he has proven to be a high-level backup, not a guy who can take you to the playoffs. They've surprised so far, but it would really be a big surprise if they make it to the playoffs. And lastly, we have the teams that are not going to make it. The Colts and Browns don't really have anything going for them. Both teams lack a game-changing quarterback and talent to take them anywhere, and the coach just can't take them over the top. These guys are out. So to recap, we have the Patriots, Steelers, and Chiefs as locks. These teams are good with a good coach and quarterback and are all but assured a spot in the playoffs. For the playoff contenders, we have the Titans, Jaguars, Bills, Ravens, Raiders, and Dolphins. There are 3 open spots left, and it'll likely come from this group. The best coach is on the Ravens, and the best quarterback is on the Raiders. Problem is, they both currently have a losing record. For the dark horses, we have the Broncos and the Chargers. These teams are talented and can certainly sneak in. The Broncos have a killer defense to lean on, and the Chargers have Phillip Rivers. I don't trust them to be consistent enough to get in, but they have what it takes to get in. Next, we have the highly unlikely with the Bengals, Texans, and Jets. They each have one thing going for them that gives them a small chance. Really not going to happen, and it would be crazy if they got in. Lastly, we have the out group. The Colts and the Browns really don't have anything going for them. Talent is a problem overall, and the coach and the quarterback don't have what it takes to make the team better than they are.